Hi everyone. This is my October reading wrap-up. I'm filming this on election day, so I'm a ball of nerves right now, and I'm gonna be quite strange throughout this, but I need to stay distracted, so honestly, I might even edit and upload this today. I just need to not exist in this reality right now. So in the month of October, I had some very exciting plans. I was going to be watching a lot of scary movies, reading a lot of scary books, and I mostly succeeded. I'm quite proud of myself. I read 7 books in the month of October, and I thought that I was going to be disappointed with that, but I'm actually quite proud of it considering how much is going on and the way that the world is just collapsing. So yeah, let's get started. So the first book I read was Envious Casca by Georgette Heyer. I talked about another Heyer book I read last month, at this point 2 months ago. And, you know, it's like a sweet little detective romance fiction. A fun little combo. I did like it, but I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular. I'll probably give it a 3 stars. Then I read Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. This is probably going to be one of my new favorite books. It's just so fun and whimsical, and I read it in 2 sittings. It just is so fun. I love magic, and I love this kind of magic. It's just kind of happy, fun. There's a little bit of romance, but it's not gratuitous. Sometimes there's sometimes romance authors or fantasy authors focus on one thing over another, and it doesn't work, but this is so well rounded and super fun. I'm definitely gonna watch the movie. I'm very excited. I've never actually seen a Studio Ghibli movie before, so I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on this, and a lot of people definitely like this less than they like the movie, so we'll have to see what my thoughts are after, but I really liked it. Then I read Anne of Avonlea by Lucy Maud Montgomery. This is the 2nd book in the Anne of Green Gables series. Yes, it's a series. That's something I did not know until recently. This book follows Anne as she's teaching for the first time. So she's actually in a classroom working with students, and there's a little bit more of her and Gilbert, not a lot, but I really liked it. Anne of Green Gables, just the whole series, gives me a very warm, nostalgic feeling because it was one of my top favorite books when I was a kid. So it just really does make me feel nice. So it was quite good. I recommend it. I feel like it took me a while to read, but that's honestly might be because everything is so strange right now. Also, this video might be weird. I can feel myself being weird right now, but I just don't know how to change that. So I do recommend Anne of Avonlea. Avonlea? Comment down below how you pronounce that, because I quite frankly do not know, and I haven't seen the TV series on Netflix yet. I really need to get around to it, but just hasn't popped up on my radar yet. Then I read Ain't I a Woman by Bell Hooks. I'm so glad that I finally got around to reading this. Bell Hooks is the just intersectional feminist theorist, and she just I'd read some of her poetry before, but this hardcore theory was really good, really good. I definitely, if you haven't read it before, I would recommend it. I think it's an essential part of your the education pack of intersectional feminism for sure. I read Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. This is my first Sherlock book ever, which was very exciting. I actually liked it a lot. Definitely made me want to read some fanfic, which you know it's a good book when you want to read fanfic. This is a short story collection, not a full novel. So I'm not sure whether that helped or hindered me, but I did enjoy it. This is just a general, you should read some Sherlock Holmes, just because, especially the final problem, which, one would think you wouldn't get a lot out of that if you hadn't done some prior reading, but it just is. I mean, I totally see why there was such a huge fan following from the very beginning of this creation, because it's just so fun and snappy and witty, and I love Sherlock Holmes, and Watson is just a good bean, Then I read Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. This was a reread for me. This was one of my favorite books in 2019, and Once again, I literally read this in one sitting. I picked it up and I couldn't put it down. I love the Fae. I love the characters. I love Margaret Rogerson's world building. I love her way of designing romances. Just so good. I adore everything that Margaret Rogerson has written so far. And if you haven't read something by her yet, go to your local library and check her out. She rocks. Finally, I finished Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. This took me ages to do. I pirated the ebook back when it first came out, I think August or July, and it took me like 3 or 4 months to get through, and that's easily the longest that it's ever taken me to get through any book. And it's not because of the length. Like once I had finally settled myself back into it, I read the like second 400 pages until like okay, quick interlude. So one of the series I do on this channel is 21 Before 21. I turned 21 in 3 days now, and one of my things I wanted to do was to stay up all night, and that actually happened this month because for the first time I stayed up until 5 a.m. reading a book, and it was finishing Midnight Sun. Read Midnight Sun. Don't use your money to buy it. At least I personally, ethically didn't because of her treatment of the native peoples of Washington. But this book was, I really liked it. I hate to say it, but I really liked it. I mean, obviously Edward is pretty misogynistic and very creepy and stalkery, and it definitely felt a lot of the time like Myers was bending over backwards to be like, I know he shouldn't have done this, but I can't back away from it now, so here's why it's acceptable that he like watches her sleep. And you know, that's not cool. But this had what I was looking for the whole time with Twilight, and that's that like vampire family backstory. We learn so much more about the characters, about Rosalie, about Jasper, about Alice. I mean, just truly, this was like what I was looking for all along, because I just love first of all, it's got the found family trope. It's got like, I just love the vampire clan in this series, and for us to finally get the back end perspective of it rather than Bella looking in was everything for me. So I will say, if you like Twilight, you're gonna like this. However, there are like a dozen caveats to that. My friend Rachel, who I talk about literally all the time on here, literally could not get through it. There's definitely 1,000,001 reasons why people are gonna want to not read this book. However, if you came away from the Twilight series looking for more about like the Cullen clan themselves, then I truly recommend this this book. I do. But don't pay for it. Alright, those were the 7 books that I read in the month of October. As I film this, it's election day. It's like still morning time, so we don't know anything yet, but suffice it to say, I'm really scared. So hopefully we come out on the other side of this all right, and I hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.